Hello, everyone, and today we've got a special guest. We're going to discuss Visual Studio Code, testing your Java projects, and with me is Sheng. Sheng, introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Shen, and I'm from Microsoft VS Code Java team. And today I'm very happy here to show the capability of running Java test in VS Code.
That's great. How do I get started? What do I install, and what project are you going to show us today?
Yeah, so as you can see in the screen, what you need is to install the extension called extension pack for Java in VS Code. And by installing this extension, you can get the full Java language support in VS Code. And today in the demo, the project I'm going to use is the Spring Pet Clinic project.
Thanks. Yeah, I know the Pet Clinic very well. I've used it in lots of my demos. Can you show me how to run a test with the tool?
Yeah, so you can see that I have opened a Java test file in my VS Code editor, and here in this side, in the editor gutter area, you can see there are some play buttons here, so you can simply click them to run a test. It's very straightforward. Yes, and you can see after the run finish, it turned to a green mark, shows that the test has passed. And also, if you right-click it, you can see more options like run, debug, and review in Test Explorer. Yeah, so this is how we can run a debug test. And also, you can see some commands if you to go out the command palette, search the keyword test, and you can see like rerun run all test or run test at cursor, run test in current file. So these are all the very useful and helpful commands that can help our users to quickly run tests.
That's very powerful. If I want to actually change the configuration, how do I actually change the configuration?
Yeah, thank you, Rory. That's a very great question. So sometimes our customer may want to change his test configuration. So what the customer need to do is in the settings.json, he can write a setting called java.test.config. And in this setting, you can specify things like the arguments, source path VM arguments, working directory. And in this demo, I will set an environment variable. The key name is some value, and the value is hello here. And then what I'm going to do is to evaluate this environment variable in my test case. So now let's get back to the test source file. So now I'm going to generate a new test case. So right-click in the editor, and you can see a menu called source action, and select generate tests. And then you can see there are a lot of options here. We can generate test method or the JUnit lifecycle methods. And then let's select the test method and click OK. Then you can see the extension help us to scaffold a method here with the test annotation above the method declaration. And then let's see an assert statement. Let's say we assert hello equals to the environment variable we just set. Save it and run the test. Yes, you can see it turns to a green mark icon, means that the test passed. So that means our test configuration take effect.
That's great, and I love the gutter with the green tick arrow. But what happens if I want to see a test report? Can you show me how I can access a test report?
Yes, so we can just change this test case to make it fail, like change to hello 1, save it and run it again. Okay, now you can see there are some views appears in my VS Code. So the first one is a diff view. It tells me that the expected value and the actual value in my test case, in this run test case. And also you can see the stack trace in this view. And also at right side, you can see our running history. And back to the stack trace, you can see some blue text here, and these links are clickable. By clicking it, the extension will help us navigate to the location of this stack trace to help us diagnostic our test field.
That is very powerful. I remember also that there was a test explorer that you could actually see all of your tests there. Can you show me that?
Yeah, so we can right-click this gutter icon and click Review in Test Explorer. And you can see in this view, all the test items in my workspace is shown here, right? And also the test which we have launched before has the execution time listed here. And also there are some buttons at the navigation bar like Run All, Debug All, and in the overflow button, you can see more menu items like collapse all tests, clear all results, and change the sorting rules, change the view style, like I can view it in the list style or as the tree style. And also here you can see a search box here. So I can quickly locate my interested test, right? So then it will show only the test with the name I input in the search box. And also there are some built-in filters here if I click this button, right? So now let's just run all tests in our workspace. So click the Run All Test button in the navigation bar. Yeah, so one thing to mention, actually, in the version 1.31.0 of the test run extension, we migrate to the new VS Code native testing API, and the light.
There we go.
Yes, I'm in the meeting room, so I have to keep moving. Otherwise, the light will turn off. So back to the API things. So we migrate to the new VS Code native testing API. So that API, so it's kind of re-engineering the whole testing extension, and there are some lot of UX improvements, and also the responsiveness is also much faster.
I've noticed that it is blazing fast. If you really want to test that. Thank you so much, Sheng, for today's session. And you've shown us so much. And you can get started with the Visual Studio Code extension. Install it now. Get that Spring Pec Clinic project. Sheng, thank you for all of the hard work for the Visual Studio Code engineering and Java team. Thanks.
Thank you, Rory. And if you have any problem or questions when you're using this extension, feel free to file issues in our GitHub repo.
Thanks, everyone.